Hello, I'm Lady Noble. Hope you're shining bright, feeling as good as your solar plexus. Hope you're all in high vibes and good spirits. I'd like to come to you today and talk to you about what matters most. What's important to you? What do you value? Who are you when you're stripped of everything? Are you able to withstand? Are you self-efficient? Can you uphold what needs to be held when you're stripped of everything? If you had no money today in this moment, who would you be? If you didn't have your cars or your houses or your jewelries or your Jordans or your iPhones, who would you be? If you lost your way of employment today, who would you be? How self-efficient are you? How resilient are you? How strong are you? Or as they like to say, how gangster are you? Who are you when you're stripped of everything? It's just something that's just been on my mind. It's a good thing to think about. Who are you? When there's no more Facebook, there's no more Instagram, there's no one else to compete with, there's no one to argue with, there's no one to sabotage. Who are you? Could you reside? Could you exist at all? What would you do with yourself? What would you do with your time? Who are you when you're stripped of everything? Are you able to overcome? Or will you flip the switch at a second's heartbeat? Will you continue to practice your morals and your boundaries in life? Or will you lose your mind and begin to break all the rules? Will you live with limitations? Can you proceed in an organized manner? Who are you when you're stripped of everything? Like the helium leaving a balloon, will it still lift into the air? Like a boat with a hole in it, could it still sail its way across the ocean? Or like a flat tire on a car, could it get you anywhere? Maybe a few miles, maybe, to the gas station or to the tire shop, get some fix-a-flat or whatever. But who are you? Are you resilient? Are you self-efficient? Do you know who you are? Do you know where you come from? Do you know what to do when you're stripped of everything? This video is not to scare anyone. It's not to place a stake as if I know more than anyone. It's a valuable thought that should be contemplated. If you were stripped of everything material in this moment, who are you? What would you do? What could you do? What techniques or skills do you know besides your everyday routine? Do you like nature? Do you like the outdoors? Are you into gardening? Do you read books? Do you read books? Or must you have a electronic media device in your face 24/7? Are you able to hold a conversation? What kind of tactful skills do you possess? How many dishes can you make with one bag of beans, one bag of rice? Real talk, let's get serious. How resilient are you? Do you know how to think of your own way to basically entertain yourself or entertain your family, your children, your friends, or whom's ever close to you or within arm's reach? Who are you when you're stripped of everything? If there was no more alcohol to consume, no more drugs periodically to consume, I'm talking about being stripped of everything. Any and everything that you desire as a temporary pleasure. Meaning things that fulfill you temporarily and don't suit your soul, and they're not sustainable. They're momentary pleasures. So if you were stripped of those things, who are you? I must keep asking. Because I've asked this question pretty much to a lot of people. I can never get an answer. I always get a blank stare. You know, and I don't ask in a derogatory manner. I've asked people on the street. I've asked family, friends, loved ones, boyfriends, exes, best friends, people on Facebook, people in the doctor's office, people standing in the grocery store. I've asked this question and I can never get an answer. If you were stripped of everything, the question goes like this. Who would you be? Who are you? And I always get no answer and a blank stare. So this video is to see can I get an answer, whether it's placed in a comment, leave a comment at the bottom of the video or whatever. You know, who are you? If your everyday norm, routine is stripped from you, and those things people argue over, fight over, kill each other over. If you didn't have those things, who would you be? What would your day-to-day be like? What would you do? Where would you go? Who are you? Could you adapt to change? Or would you lose your mind? Could you accept the change? Would the change you for the better or for the worse? And I got to ask it one last time. Who are you? This is an important question that should saturate your thoughts. And you should really ask yourself, if I was stripped of everything, take time today and just say, who am I? If I was stripped of everything, who would I be? My everyday routine. Even your cell phone. If we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have phones. You didn't have access to the internet. Period. There was no television to watch. Who are you? I'm Lady Nova. I want you to stay inspired. Keep your vibes high. Continue to live deeply, love deeply, and just be deeply. Stay inspired. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Stay in high vibes. But ask yourself, who are you when you're stripped of everything? Would change you? Or are you able to adapt? One love. Stay inspired.